YouTube. Excited to be here for Walk with Jesus Wednesday. I had a walk this morning with our four dogs, and the little puppy Maui is doing a really good job walking. Today, he was not leading the pack, but he was like, I want to be behind, but beside all the dogs. And I have a really big dog. So now I have a small, medium, and large dog. So I have all the sizes,
And an
and we
extra
have
dog that's not
and
yours.
yes, and we have a visiting dog, Tilly. And so it was really nice to walk outside, be amongst the clouds. The clouds have been so beautiful. And then on days where there's no clouds, I'm like, no clouds? What? Like, what do I look for then? Like, but there's always like something in the sky, like an airplane, a bird, whatever. So thankful to live here, and so thankful to walk with my husband up the mountain too. But it was a really nice morning. And Walk with Jesus Wednesday, yesterday we talked about it's not yours to carry, but I heard it's not yours, period. Um, and a lot of the things I even asked, one of the prayer books that we are reading, it's a devotional called Jesus Always. And yesterday it said, I am the owner of everything, with a capital O. And so it was just like, yes, thank you for reminding me that you are the owner of everything. And I was talking, okay, I'm not even going on this, but I
I,
was talking
I,
about this concept with my husband last night because he read that, the owner part. And I was like, hmm. Then my brain was going like owner and renting vibes. And like
Mhm.
sometimes but then I was like, but we're not bad renters. Like we're good renters. We take care of all the things. Um, but we don't have the ultimate responsibility of everything an owner has. And he chuckled because he's like, "Yep, there's no, we're." He said he called it borrowed time, but I was like, "But also it's his time. Like I wouldn't call it. We're not borrowing it. It's his time, and like we discovered yesterday, I think in our Awaken Your Purpose call, he's ordering the steps. Or that was our podcast coming soon. that that he's the owner of all of it. Like he built the steps already. But it's being revealed as we go. And as I was thinking about the renting thing, like when you're renting, there's problems in the house, but then you get to call the owner. And um, I heard this concept from another mom here in California. Uh, they're like renting or not renting, owning a house is a is a scam because we don't necessarily own our house because we're still paying the mortgage on it, and we have to take care of everything in it too, like, and
And
we have to pay
taxes.
insurance and taxes and all this stuff. So um all your renters, good job. uh and so I that's where my brain went when I heard that God, and it's Jesus is the owner of everything on this earth. And that's why they take care of us. That's why he has the ultimate responsibility. And that takes off the weight off of our shoulders. And so, Candace, I'm handing it off to you because my brain went that way.
Mm. I'm writing down notes, you guys, because we'll get off the call and be like, what did we say? Um, and I want to remember this. Um, yeah, actually, we're going to go this way
Okay.
because we were, the title of today is You Were Made for More. And you are not made to be in the struggle. If you saw our post yesterday, the struggle is not real was a message from God to Cheryl last week. That is not me. Um, but that doesn't mean there's no trials, you guys. Struggle and trials, two different things. So separate them in your brain. If you haven't done so, separate their vocabulary. Um, because struggle to me is self perpetuated. You are relying on self. You are thinking you're the owner. You are thinking it's your responsibility. But like Cheryl said, it's God's. All of it's God's. So whether you're an owner, like owner of a house, which you're really, she already pointed out, you're really not the owner. A, it's God's. B, the government is going to keep making you pay for it. And then we're going to period it there because those two things are enough to change your mind about that.
Yeah.
Um, so you're still borrowing it, even if you are the the deed person or the mortgage holder. But so you were made for more. You were made to go through trials, but to be able to persevere because those are the fruits of the Spirit. So whenever you are walking with Jesus, you are going to have the forbearance to keep going when the trials are coming. You're going to have the joy in the chaos. You're going to have the peace in the stress. Like it won't feel the same. And Cheryl and I before the call were actually talking a little bit about that, how um I'm look like our lenses are different because we're giving God the permission to keep working in and through and with us. And we are seeking that and we're asking him to like, okay, we're seeking first his kingdom and his righteousness. And therefore, we're giving him this vessel to be able to come. And I think, I don't know if it was my ask God or hers last week, but I was reflecting on it was mine. I was reflecting on my awaken your purpose this morning. I was going back and looking at what I had written each day. I didn't get very far. And I saw that he said, let me bring me into the experiences. You get to experience all the things in your life. And so if we're struggling, the struggle is real, it's me, 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 me. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing that, I'm doing that, I'm doing that, I'm doing that. And then you're going to feel the pressure. But we weren't designed to carry that pressure. We were
Yes.
designed to give it to him.
So I think my friend saying owning is a sham or is a scam.
Damn.
I believe it now. And so I'm gonna go to the verses that we had and in the second
Oh
note.
yeah, yeah.
It's John 15:4-5. Abide, don't achieve. And then when you're talking, I was like, but people do also do like rent to own. And they're like, okay, we're gonna pay, but this goes towards the mortgage. But like ultimately, even in my Ask God prayer today, I was like, I would achieve things, I would be in things that the world says I should be in, and I would feel empty because I wasn't drinking from the living water.
Mm,
And when people say that, like, because okay, the water thing came up because my daughter made Caesar salad last night and it was so salty. Like, we all almost died from overload of salt. And I was like,
did
and
she
we weren't
crush
trying
the
to,
sardines like by hand?
no, she didn't even put sardines in it. She put, so we found this, we found this recipe that has no sardines in it, no lemon. Like you have the stuff in your pantry. It's good, but then she puts the whole dressing in there. She
Mm,
puts all the salt on there. Like, and this is why I think it's coming up, is because it's like, if it ultimately tastes too salty, like it's not even, you can't even eat it. So if you're going to be achieving, like
mm,
you get to a place of like, but I don't want this anymore. It doesn't taste good anymore. My mouth tasted like I drank the seawater. It was that bad. And we didn't want to be mean to her. We were just like, next time, can you taste it? Can you not put, because we got the bacon crumbles from Costco?
mhm.
Like, can you not put so much bacon in there? Like, calm down with all the ingredients.
Okay, or say maybe put them on the side so everybody can add what they like.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
Mm.
she just didn't do that. So I don't know.
You were talking about drinking the water, though, the living
But
water.
drink, that's why I needed to drink water. Because I was like, but then I wasn't drinking from the living water. Like it wasn't from Jesus. And I think that's just like a play on my words on because I like to play with the words. Like
Yeah.
you are the salt of the world. Yes, you are, but too much salt. Mm.
Yes. Too much salt is salty.
Abide in me and don't achieve.
Yeah. And this actually, I
Okay.
think these verses are actually here.
Okay.
So I'm just going to read what we have here to save time.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
John 15 verses 4 and 5. Abide in me and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it abides in the vine. Period.
Mm.
Neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. Whoever abides in me and I in him, he it is that bears much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing. So this is saying dependence is the source of fruitfulness. So performing without presence produces burnout. So this is why I said yesterday on the call, all the calls, but it was on our, it just reminded me, it was on our Awaken Your Purpose reflection call. But it, this call right here is going to be life changing for you because what you're going to realize is the made for more. This is like a tagline of personal development in the world. It's a tagline of the world. You were made for more. You were made for more. Yes, you absolutely were. But that, oh, God is opening it all up. Yesterday, I was like, why does the world be trying to create scarcity mindset in us to create urgency to buy, right?
Yeah, I was
And
thinking
I
that too.
I thought that from a text message that came in about something that was like, oh, hurry, act fast. And I'm like, but with God, you just act when you act because you know that it's meant to act when you act and it's meant to happen that way. But this is why so many people have burnout because you're just trying to perform to receive rather than just being dependent on Him and abiding in Him and receiving the price, the debt He paid on the cross. That was another memory. The debt He paid, I think that was from day one, you guys. So get in on this 40-day challenge because there's all kinds of pieces in here. Jesus already paid the price on the cross. You don't have to perform to earn, you just have to receive. Mm.
You don't have to put all the salt in the Caesar salad.
You don't have
Like
to strive and strive and strive and strive and strive and achieve and achieve and achieve and achieve and achieve and achieve and
and
achieve.
then the burnout was like my mouth, like burned from salt. Like that messed me up so bad. And everyone, John was like, I guess I'll eat it. Even Lana, even Lana put it back in the bowl. So, so like that was like all to me. I was seeing like all the strategies that we do, all the
Yes. Oh my
systems that we
gosh.
put in. We're putting in the Caesar
Come
salad.
on.
Like let's
Come
come
on.
on, let's come on. Like let's get it in there, and we just gotta eat it, right? We just gotta eat it. But no, we
Mm-mm.
don't.
No. Because then we're going to jump to Zechariah 4:6. Grace over grind. It says, the verse says, not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, says
Oh
the
my
Lord
god,
of hosts. And you guys, if you're coming in
Lord
at
of
this point,
hosts, like the owning. Oh my god, like the Airbnb. Sorry.
if you're just coming in, yes, we know context matters, but also we know that we are packing some punches with these verses and we want to get them all in on this call. So we love you. And we're giving you the verses, and please believe that we will go and we will look before and after where God calls us to go. So just had to say
Yes,
that. So not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord. So
of hosts. You
of
have to say
hosts.
that.
This verse destroys the lie that if I try harder, I'll please God.
Oh my gosh.
This was
That
written
messes
before
me up.
yesterday, you guys. This was
I know.
written before yesterday. It was written Monday night.
Yeah.
I just had to put that out there. I ain't calling nobody out. God was doing it before I knew. Okay?
Yeah.
If I try harder, I'll please God. His spirit, not our strength, does the work.
Yes. Spirit. Oh my. Okay. And Philippians 2. God's power is within you. And I think this is like hard for people to believe because, like, I think about my kids, like, God's power is within you, like telling them that. And they're like, what? Like,
Well, here's how it
what
made,
the
I can
what?
make that a little bit easier. Well, I can't, I don't, I think I can,
Okay.
because how it unlocked for me was Genesis.
Oh, okay.
We are made in his image. And then a doctor said the coding is in your DNA. And you think
Mm-hmm.
about where our DNA comes from, it comes
Mm-hmm.
from our what we're made from. So we're made from God and all the millions and trillions, or however many, it's not trillions. I think it's thousands of generations that had to happen to get us to be exactly the code that we are. But God knew that before the earth was created.
Yeah. And
That's how it
then
unlocks
when
with
you
me.
were saying that, I was like, I just forgot. I
We're
just
made
forgot.
in his image,
Yeah,
Genesis.
but oh, but like he knew before we were born.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes. And so I think that reminder too, um, to start from the beginning and not just saying
Mm-hmm.
God's power is within you. They need to know like God, you're made in his image. You're fearfully and wonderfully made because like I think if I was seeking, yes, I'm made for more, and then was told God's power is within you, but without having any kind of background, I would be like, I don't get it.
Well, and
But
you would think more equates to do more, have
yeah,
more, be
yes,
more.
yes.
God is cooking with the salt and the light.
The
Mm.
Caesar salad.
Cheryl's like, don't say salt and messing me up.
I'll post the Caesar salad recipe in the group.
Oh.
So, uh, but then when we're to the burnout phase and we're just like, okay, God, take the wheel. I posted a reel of taking the wheel.
Yes.
Um, and that is the moment of surrender. And that
Hmm.
is the moment, like, I was in a lot of devotionals this morning because I saw, like, I invited you to a devotional and I was like, I didn't even read it yet
You
today,
saw that
but
I was reading it?
yeah,
I'm
I
like,
saw that you
check,
were reading
check,
it. So I was like,
check.
I guess I should catch up. So it's the House of David devotional
Season
on
two.
the U version app. Yeah, too, on the U version app. It's really good. It's all
Yeah.
the real missing piece vibes. And talking about the surrender that we have to give, but like God, I don't even know if it was from this,
It's
but
okay.
God calls you. I think it was part of our devotion this morning. God calls you in the quiet moments.
Mm.
God calls the people that are ready and willing. God calls doesn't call that necessarily call the president of the United States, but he could. I don't know. I'm just
I,
putting it out
I
there.
think he is, but
Yeah.
we'll table that one.
But like calling God calls every the person that is willing. It probably wasn't that.
I think
And
I saw
because
it
it's
too, so
coming
I don't
back
know if it
to
was.
like David was willing. David was a shepherd. David didn't want to be part or wasn't like part of the family. So he was like in a low place. But it brought me to like when I got let go from my job, like he got me there. Like when I was in a low place, when I wasn't like I didn't have any titles, I didn't have all of it together. But he called me
Mm-hmm.
and I answered because my heart was open to
Mm.
anything and everything, which was not good, but he knew that he's more powerful than anything and everything that was out there.
Mm.
And his message got through. And so I don't even know where I was going with
You just
this.
needed the crack, girl. That's what I heard you say. You needed to crack that door so he could say, I'm here.
Yeah.
Daddy's home.
But I don't even know. Yeah, I guess I was opening the door to
Maybe in your
what
mind you
was
unlocked
possible.
it. You unlocked it in your mind.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the
I don't
anything and everything. So, like, that's another time that God's telling me to point out that you
know.
don't have to be perfect and stop disqualifying yourself. Whatever He's calling you to, He's gonna see you through. And this is
Mm-hmm.
where we're going to bring back in dependence. It's not even going to be you doing it.
Yeah.
Philippians 2:13, for it is God who works in you both to will and to work for his good pleasure. Break that sentence down a little slower, you guys. It is God who works in you. So whatever you're doing, when you're doing it with him, it's actually him. To will and to work for his pleasure. He's doing it for him. We're letting him because we have free will. But it looks like cooperation with his power. That's what dependence looks like. And surrender, dependence. Make those words synonymous. Okay? So
Mm.
when you surrender, you are not just like, Jesus, take the wheel. I can't take it anymore. That's what I thought surrender was, you guys. For real, I'm not making funny. I'm like making fun of myself. I thought like, okay, I'm done with this. I just can't. I
Yeah.
can't. Okay, well, it starts with that, but also knowing that like you have a part to play. You can't just be like, take it, give me this, give me that. You don't even know what it's going to look like, what he needs you to do. But also, what you were saying to me with your losing your job was you're reminding me both steps are ordered. The
Yeah.
good, the high, and the low. They're
But
both
also like
ordered.
the two-way street. That
Mm,
was my
the whole other
yeah.
conversation.
But
Okay.
like it takes two to
Mm,
move it forward. Like God
mm,
needs you to
mm-hmm.
help move it forward because he can't be here like right here in the physical flesh. He currently cannot be a
He
human to
chooses
do
not
that.
to be here right now.
Yeah.
To
So,
gift us. It's a gift. This
um
experience. Something coming in December. Stay tuned. To gift us this experience with him. Our backstage members are like, sign me up. Give me it all. Give me more.
but yes, it's the
Yes. So here we are, you guys. All right.
bring it back.
This is like the verse. I mean, there's more. They're great too. I'm gonna share all the other three, but this one got green highlights, you guys, because I was like,
Oh,
God said, let it cook.
okay.
Psalm, which is even funnier for me because it's from the Old Testament, and that doesn't usually like to me. It's always like it's like a pre-thought to like the New Testament. But this one,
But
God hit me
no.
right in the gut with it. Yeah, the other day, Monday. Psalm 127, verses 1 and 2. Unless the Lord builds the house, the builders labor in vain. I'm pausing. This is me. Unless you commit your works to Him, you give Him that. You're renewing that every day. God, this is yours. Speak to me, speak through me. Help me. What step are we taking today, Lord? Where are we going today, God? What does that actually mean, God? I know how it made me feel, but I know my feelings aren't always telling me the truth because the devil likes to get in there and mix them up and shake them up and redirect my focus. But what does that actually mean for me? What are you trying to say to me? So let the Lord build your house. Stop laboring in vain. And I'm going to read the rest of that. Okay. Unless the Lord builds the house, the builders labor in vain. In vain, you rise early and stay up late, toiling for food to eat, for he grants sleep to those he loves.
Me taking naps all the time.
Toiling. There's a difference between toiling and working, and maybe this will be a pop up Bible study. I actually think I already told Cheryl it was going to be. I just didn't put it over here in my notes for myself. Toiling and working. Okay, stay tuned. But toiling is like I'm going back to what I said earlier the struggle. Put the word toil equals struggle equals self. Then we're going to put work equals whatever not struggle is because it's easy. Work equals easy equals God. God just pulled that full circle from a conversation. Cheryl got a song yesterday. She's all muted, but she got a song download yesterday.
Easy.
Yep. Yep. But it's
That,
not
yeah.
easy in the way you think easy, but it's
No.
easy because it's gonna feel like a whole new experience. You're like, okay, this ain't like easy, like, oh, let me eat my bonbons and crumpets, but it's like easy because I don't feel the stress and the anxiety and the pressure of toiling and doing it on my own. So performance exhausts you, but
Yeah.
dependence allows rest because God is doing the building.
Mm, yes.
This is what y'all
Period.
get. This is my finger mustache that I don't have anymore. Mm. So if you feel exhausted, draw your lens back, invite God in, and say, God, maybe just like open my eyes. Was I doing that for you? Really? Was I really? Put the word really and actually in there. It'll drive it home a little harder in a good way. And this morning I was thanking him for like the loving rebukes from last week in my reflection of week 1. I was like, I was able to notice like things from my part, but without like the shame, blame, and guilt that I would have carried before. It was more in like actually, let me just read what I wrote because it was a download and I was like, that was pretty good. I said, loving rebukes. You're always loved. This is a message for you from God. If you've been toiling and performing and striving, you are always loved. Okay. But able to improve to glorify him more. Dang. So this is what I wrote before that. I had said because I was reflecting on what I was able to see this week. This week I was able to lovingly see areas I can improve through his eyes, while also knowing I'm fully loved as I am right now as well. In the past, I would have felt shame and lack. With a revelation like this, but not now. I don't know why I wrote with a revelation. I would have felt shame and lack, but like with this revelation, I'm not. That's what I was trying to say. And so I was thankful for the loving rebukes and knowing that I'm always loved, but he's calling us. It's a call. It's a gentle pull unto him to glorify him more through more of our surrendering more and doing like and being able to let him build more.
Yeah.
So, you want to take the next verse?
Sure.
Or did you have a takeaway? Sorry.
No, not really right now.
Okay.
But it's Galatians 3:3. Grace, not grit. And um after beginning by means of the spirit, are you now trying to finish by means of the flesh? And this one always messes me up because sometimes we are given that dream and then we get caught up in the way of like, oh my God, I can't do it because of this, and this, and this, and this. That's the enemy saying you can't do it because of this. You're not enough. You're not worthy. You're not qualified. You've never done it before. Like you can't do it,
Oh, you're not doing it the
period.
way those other people did it. Look at how
Yeah.
they did it. Go look over there. That's
And
what you need to
so
do.
that makes your path all messed up.
Look at my.
You're, yeah. Your path all messed up towards finishing it by the flesh because you're like, okay, I'll just do it based on all those other thoughts. But like, bring it back to the spirit, bring it back to God in those moments. And even if it does take you off the path, bring it back to God. He'll bring you back straight on your path. Yeah. This is the performance mindset and getting rid of that performance mindset. Um, and I was just thinking of like how when we learn a sport or learn a skill, when we learn a skill and we're like, oh, yes, we could do it and we can like bring this to the world and we can do all the things with it. And then we start going the world's way with it instead of letting God, glorifying God in it. And I think I asked my husband yesterday. I was just like, so I think a challenge for us is like to the gifts that we were given to or given by God, given from God, like whether it's storytelling or like doing bookkeep or he doesn't do bookkeeping, doing accounting. like um like what are those gifts and how can we glorify God in those? And I think we're not asked that question enough. Like how can we glorify our God with the gifts he gave us? And the world does not have an answer for that. Just saying, I think Candace looked it all up. No stone unturned with the strategies and systems. Like, I think Candace did that all.
Hey, on purpose, you guys. On purpose for this laughter right here. That's why. In the moment, I was not laughing. I felt so
I know you
stressed.
were so serious.
I was like, I was willing it to work. I was like, it will work. Somewhere in here. God, help me solve the puzzle.
Yeah. Don't help
But I
me.
didn't say God,
Don't
actually.
help
I just
me.
like, let's solve the puzzle, friends.
Yeah.
Let's solve the puzzle.
Yeah. And it's like, if you look at the gifts he's given you, how can you glorify him in that? And I think that's such a game changer. That's a Godfidence releaser
Mm,
to bring it to the world. And
mm.
the world is waiting for what he's given you. All the experiences, all the things today was like, thank you for the opportunities, God. But I saw them as opportunities, but were they really opportunities? I don't know. But like let let him show you the steps instead of going to the world and be like,
Mm,
give me the strategy, give me the
mm,
things.
mm,
Because if that strategy is not meant, yes, some strategies will work. And I won't say it's not. And we're doing a challenge right now. But oh my God,
It
there's a bird.
doesn't look how we thought it was going to look. I had to
It
say that.
Yeah, it doesn't look, and we're building it as we go, and we want it to glorify him and let let the world know that it's for him. Like we want this is how we're getting closer with him. This is how you can get closer with him. And if it's your way, yes. If God gives it to you, if this shows up on your feed, yes. But like once if you don't keep going back to him in those moments that it's hard when you're like, but I just want it to happen tomorrow. But then he's like, Cheryl, it's not supposed to happen tomorrow. It might happen like in a week, in a month, and just keep going. That's like all my ask God prayers, to just keep going and keep seeking him and keep just finding out more about God, because then you find out more about how you can give him more glory. Period.
If Grace started it, Grace will sustain it, you guys. That's what, like, so the going back to God every single, like, morning, that's the daily renewal. I think it's 12:1 or something, Romans. I don't know. Question mark. Go look it up. Renew your mind daily and your heart. Um, so when you feel like you're stressed and struggling, that's a good indicator that you have started letting the flesh take over, as Paul is like directing us here in the Galatians 3:3. Like, okay, wait a minute, hold up. And God gifted me this a few months ago, and I'm going to say it again. When it feels hard, that's a good sign you're doing it on your own and you've kind of you've kind of edged him off the highway. But the good news is you can let him back on at any point in time. Okay. All right. This one's gonna be quick because I feel like we beat this one to death. Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust the director, not your own plan, you guys. Trust the owner, trust the creator, trust the coder. He coded the game. And you. So trust in the Lord with all your heart. Don't lean on your own understanding. In all the things that you do, acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. He will direct your paths. I like that version better. I don't know why the NIV has like this in the writing, and then down below it's like also known as directing your paths. I like the
Yeah.
directing your paths because your path isn't going to be straight. There's going to be curves and bends and ups and downs and sidewayses, but you're going to be riding the wave when you're doing it with God. Now, you
Mm.
still might have sadness. You still might have like all those other things, but um but at least you'll have his direction and he
Yeah.
lifts the burden.
Yes.
Mm,
And
mm.
then we're going to end it with Matthew.
Good old Matthew. I love Matthew.
Matthew
Get home,
11,
Matthew.
28, 30, and we talk about this all the time too.
Mhm.
Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. Take my yoke upon you, because in my head it was brethren, and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. Yes, easy.
And light.
You messing me up. And performance says, try harder. Jesus says, come closer. And we've been talking about that this whole time. It's like to come back to Jesus. He's waiting for you. Um, and I think, well, what's coming to mind is like Jesus was here so we could see the miracles, we could see God in works, and we could see it all. And we get to see it like through the Bible, through people's lenses of through all these different things that God created. And it's like God created all these people to do this message. And he will use, the other thing was like he will use what we the world says is bad for his good. And so like that's a constant reminder in my head, like even though you're sad, even though you're going through a storm, he's going to use that storm for good. But you have to let him. You have to let him come closer. Go closer to him. Like I'm thinking of Peter going to the water. Like he's just
Mm.
like, come, 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 come to me. And so, yes,
And guess
so
what else
good.
happens? He might seem so far away you can't even know it's him on the water in the
Mm,
storm. But yet, the minute you take your eyes off him, he immediately grabs him out of the water and says, "Oh,
mm.
why did you have little faith?" Or whatever his actual words are. Yeah, you know? But why
Because
don't
it
take
was
your
scary, because it's
yes.
unknown, because it's all these things
And
like,
he's saying it in a loving way,
yeah.
right? Like he's like,
Hmm.
"Oh, come on, my child. You were almost here, right? Like, but I
Yeah.
got you. But there's a but.
Yes.
But I got you."
Yes. And I love you endlessly, everlastingly. Like nothing you can do will make me not love you. Period.
Good. Mm. Okay, we have some reflection questions. If you want to dive deeper into this on your own, we would love to hear about it in the community if you do, or in the comments here. We love comments, so let us know. Um, but three questions, you can pick which one. You can do all three. You can do whatever you want because you're renting here. Number one, what has God shown me this week that I don't need to carry anymore? Or maybe it was in this hour. What has God shown me that I don't need to
For an
carry any?
hour.
Yeah,
We talked for an hour.
not a whole hour. We're still under an hour. A very powerful hour
Mm-hmm.
that people are going to watch because we're going to clip
Power
this.
hour.
Yeah.
Mm.
Jesus is power hour. He'd be taking over. Now, this one, I want you to visualize right now. Like, not right now, but like, do this one after you do the other questions, okay? Actually, I'm going to save the do this one for the last. What truth, this is another question, what truth about my purpose is God highlighting right now? And maybe in that,
Mm.
what truth about my gifts? Maybe you're not yet at the purpose. Maybe you're like, what truth about my
The
gifts
gifts. Yeah.
is God highlighting right now? I'm going to put this in the notes so we don't forget it. And then this one, I want you to, once you've reflected on those two or one of those two, whichever one or both, um, you're going to do this one. You're going to say, and who am I without that weight that you were carrying? And walking in that with that gift and glorifying
Mm.
God with that gift And close your eyes and receive what God sends you. The images, the feeling, maybe it's a sensation, maybe it's a picture, maybe it's, I don't know, a sound. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you it will feel freeing to do that way. All right, let's close it out in prayer because I don't think we even started with prayer, which is fine too. Because guess what, you guys? If you forget to bring him in the beginning, you can always go to him at the end
Or in the middle, or
or
on the
in the
side,
middle.
on the after.
Mm, 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 mm. And I am going to, all right, let's go.
Okay.
Father, thank you so much that you do not require us to perform, to be loved, to be called, chosen, set apart, all the things that we are, thanks to you and your great love and your great mercy. Thank you for creating us with such love and passion and seeking the intimacy with us, each and every single one of us. And thank you for always having your arms wide open for us and loving us now and calling us to more in you and through you and with you. Thank you that you reveal more and more to us as we seek you more and more. Thank you for the rest. Even though we keep working, we are feeling restful and peaceful, and it's feeling easy and light. Oh man, I'm getting chills inside my mouth. I
Mm,
don't even know how that's available,
me
how
too,
that's
and I have to
possible.
go bathroom.
Mm. Thank you for our constant reminders that we are made for more and not the more that is defined by the world, but the more that is defined by you. Thank you for reminding us of this. Thank you for coding us with each and every little tiny genetic makeup that was required to bring us to the more that you are calling us to, gifting us the power to be able to do the things we don't even think we're able to do because we're doing them with you and you're doing them through us and with us. Thank you for that. Being your coworkers, Lord.
Yes.
That's just very, you guys sit with the coworkers thought for just a minute. You were made to be a co-worker with the God Almighty, the creator of the heavens and the earth. He wanted you to co-work with him. He could have made you a robot. Thank you for not making us robots. Wow. All right, Lord, help us to walk in this truth with you in peace and purpose throughout this week and months and years to come. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Sealing it with the cross. All right, you guys, you can catch us tomorrow again for our activation call tomorrow evening live or catch the replays here on our YouTube channel. We hope you have a blessed